Tuh susah banget internet tuh. Dulu aja kali ya. Barunya kelar 2 jam mah. Oke, buatnya sih kayaknya bagus. Oke, selamat datang di kanal Klepon Kliwon. Kita event aja lah ya. Yuk, ayo kita meluncur. Kita siapin lagu ya. Biasa-biasa kita. Atuh, mana? Ya seru tuh. Ah, ya. Kita bingung sendiri. Itu nggak boleh kena ya? Kenapa nggak bisa kena? Nah ini yang kayak apa? Hashtag. Oh iya, yang ungu emang nggak boleh kena tuh. Betah gak sih ini orang main beginian cok? Machine gun nih. tunggu. Kita ke separation. Separation waktu sayangnya ketika kita elang nih. Soalnya ada ya dari man nggak menurut juga. Cek, oke. Gitu ya. Atas aja. Apa namanya? Bengkok aja. Ini terminus aja. Minus platypus apa lagi? Ini terganggu. Ya. Apa ini kita? Next type. Lumayan nih eventnya menghibur lah. Nggak startnya ginian enggak? Aduh, nah. Oh, lagunya pas, seru anjir. Jadi sekali juga. Oh iya, terminus. Sedap. Oke, selanjutnya ini satu favorit Aceh. Oke, pagi terus nih nyeting ini tapi basic combat berarti ya, atau yang event paling santai seperti ini. Banyak camping juga ke depan. Ada ya. Oke, kompet kita. Oke. Besar. Ya. Bisa pakai manekin nggak sih? Ah, ya bisa dong. Hehehe. Bako. Setelah kakak aktif major accessory. Ini kelamin. Crazy. Wah, jelas. So. Kaca kita punya charge. Bonus nggak dikasih. Beda-beda sih punya. Apakah so speed.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Clouds high, the birds call, the wind knows me.
Aduh,
Maria sweeping in!
oke. Tentang apa itu? Anjir.
On me.
Everybody stand.
As one with wind and cloud.
Ha! Ha! I'm going in.
Clouds high, the birds call.
Tuh.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Correct.
Teamwork is dream.
Wih. Ini jajan. Kayak kurang banget kan. Woi,
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud, into the wind.
Thunder! Up the ante!
Then everybody stand back!
ulah.
Up the ante!
Hepi. Ya. Oh, nge-stop time ternyata ya. Ya. Oh, minimal 4.000. Iya, oke. Ya semua punya kayak. Kita pakai manekin aja untuk main plus aja.
Make way for the... Let my name echo in song! Huh? I'm going in! Cha! Cha! Oh! Ah!
Bisa.
Skyward! Seize the skies! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dream!
Kita sendiri.
Time to shine!
Strike clouds converge.
Set. Don't go in. Kita pindah dulu.
Make way for the... Let my name echo in Everybody stand! Seize the skies! Shower me with this! I'm going in! Yeah! 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 Time to shine! Everybody stand back! Stray clouds converge!
Bisa.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! I'm going in! Why do they...
Kayak agak bener dikit ya. Bisa kalau Pokemon gak sempat ngasih ini aja. Jadi nih kayak gini. Terus.
Watch out! Turning point in fate!
Everybody stand! Step aside! Start them! Headbutt! Hero incoming!
Terus itu.
Hi! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! I'm going in! Faster and stronger! Let's...
Leave it to me! The story has only just...
Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! By my spark, the night burns! Teamwork is dreamwork! Quick as a flash! On my mark!
Stay back! Turning...
It's justice o'clock! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Yeah!
Look out below! Hi! Let's light it up! Everybody! Let's...
Watch out! Turning point...
Headbutt! It's justice o'clock! Ultimate flying kick! Charge! I'm going in! Step aside! On my mark!
The story has only just...
Hi! Yeah!
Kan dia bisa.
Atuh ready. This realm is if you ever take me up. Yeah.
Columbus. Mas satunya halo halo Happy welcome. Iya satunya ya. Iya gue kayak apa ya?
Go get him, Aiden! Behold, the dog!
Without further ado. Like the dust. The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines. Flame, meanings converge.
Light compels you!
Be cleansed.
Ini wait, poinnya gini gak main di depo, enggak kayak udah tertarik main Genshin aja.
All the light shines bright!
Without further arrogant and presumptuous, divine light, shield them! Like the dust!
Like the chest.
Surge, a new moon rises.
Be gone, shadow of darkness!
Be cleansed! Like the dust!
Aduh, cepet banget.
Converge!
Oh, nggak mau.
You got this! Light compels you!
Without further ado, Like the dust. The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! A new moon rises.
Gue lupa ya. Gak apa dah. Ya kan. Oh, ini tahu. Wah, enak sih ini. Bermain. Maunya sendiri. Ada tertib. Because
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Attractive frosting! Goose on the loose! Whirling snow! Merciless! Paradigm shift!
dingin ya.
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive! Off to the freezer! A burst of fleet! Take flight! Yeah! Coming Santo Art! Sometsu!
Tunggu ya maksimal. Gue pakai ya kan? Pakailah katanya sih.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Goose on the loose! Blaze over! Extinguished! Power!
Apaan sih bang?
Let the world come alive! Attractive frosting! The pinnacle of excellence! Access denied for Rex Lapis!
Yuk. Kadal.
Time to shine! A little loose boosh! Goose on the loose! Born of ice and frost, this is long overdue! Mine to wield.
Simpel. Oke.
Let my name echo in song! Yeah! The pinnacle of excellence! Blaze over!
Terakhir.
Annihilate!
Apa? Harus tergantung dari anggota party. 5 chance. Pakai habis udah kan ya? Udah 2 bulan depan. Itu loh. Lunak loh. Ini cok. Tapi R5 ya? Oh enggak. Cek. Cek, oke.
Rise with the sun! Get to work! Suffer the wrath! Control breathing! Start the clock! Take me up! Open fire! Open fire! Bullseye! Burn it down! Fulfill our pact! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Faster! Stronger! On my mark! Fire in the hole! Ha! Open fire! Bullseye! Locked on! Quick as a flash! Let's move!
Rise with the sun!
Show no mercy! Not you two!
Wrath from the sky! Hold on to your hats.
Take me up!
Bullseye!
Lumayan gitu.
Bullseye! Locked on! Pyroclastic surge!
Rep! Control breathing! Start the flow! Fulfill our path! Suffer the wrath!
Knock 'em down.
Ha!
Open fire!
Bullseye! Faster! Stronger! Let's get to work! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him!
Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me! Hold on to your hats. Locked on! Open fire!
Ada skill berarti.
You two! Time to
Light of the blazing sun!
quick as a flash!
Dah, di atas dia ini. Hebat juga. Oke, Nakia Pak Ito ya. Ini Pak. Oh iya. Hari Jumat.
Attack! Surge! A moonlit night for all.
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Feeling lucky? Ha! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Flame, a new moon rises. Letting brave names echo!
Defensive mode engaged. Annihilation mode.
Fire! Well, this one's got your name on it! mountain's being spoiled! Attack!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust up.
Watch out! Coming at ya! Check! A new moon rises. Hear the echoes of the valley!
Installation chamber.
Attack!
Ultimatum protocol.
Watch out! Feeling lucky? A moonlit night. Surge. Letting great names echo! Attack! That's the way. Check. Hey there! Hiya!
Defensive mode engaged.
Converge. But the mountain's made spoil! Fire! Well, hey there! Ha!
Halo Ari. Halo Ari, welcome. Mau cuma nyesainnya. Duh, mana ini? Penyelesaian event habis itu udah kan? Satu. Ah. Ya. Atuh dan
Oh my, it looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfidia is away somewhere too. Has our dear cutie taken complete charge of the drink stand? Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working. That's right. I'm just a carefree. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped. Let me think. And if it could help me nod off to sleep.
Mana? Tambahan besar. Ini zaman Majapahit lagi dia. Gili gue anjir.
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. Hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up? Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are let's chat for a while.
Jadi topiknya ini dibahas.
Since you're asking, it's been a bit of there's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Klepon Kliwon. She borrowed our most valuable book. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Indeed, and judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative as possible.
Gelo.
Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendom to teach some raving hounds a lesson. Lately? So careful with your wording. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you... Not bad at all. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons. And to paraphrase a certain Leo-Ed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, you found me that sweet-tasting and chemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since... Oh, this? That was for another of A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natland. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself.
kakaonya.
As expected, cutie, your brilliant mind has grown.
Jangan tambahkan kakao toh. Kok nambahin bahan aneh-aneh? Ya, di stop sih. Bukan bebas. Bebas berbuat kecil atau besar. Kopiannya ini aja. Master.
Finished! A new creation. This should help you fall asleep quickly and gear.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. You've turned it into a completely based purely on appearance. It's exactly full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake. I no longer feel drained of energy. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, that's so good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of this slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to... Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of... And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses.
Masih ada gimana lagi coy? Hello.
Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing your harmonizing talents here in Mondstadt. Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward. I have
puasa dikasih lihat minuman aja.
Care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure.
Baca
This tastes like a local variant of a Lumideuse Twilight. The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor, all the while avoiding potentially discordant aroma. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. I have quite a high tolerance for flavors. That your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with a little more depth. If you need time to mull things over, usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. If it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirits, I sometimes order a small glass of sparkling fruit wine. There was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. But since she was transferred to the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, in the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a widely used solvent. I've grown well accustomed to the smell of it by now. Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, my state of mind changes, which in turn alters my approach to perfumes. So I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of alcohol. Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some... When I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromatic Substances, and to my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used valberry as the primary note, proved far too sweet in the context of a tavern. Relaxing people so much, let's just say that sweetness isn't always a case of the more the merrier. Even in daily life, I rarely eat sweet food, and I try to avoid fruits like berries that have... In the end, I completely eliminated valberry as an ingredient and turned instead to windwheel aster. They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. Thanks to these, I was able to complete my commission for the cat's tail. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. In fact, the fragrance of Cecilia in certain fields has become synonymous with However, this is a special case. Some cats are quite averse to the scent of Cecilia, and we need to be particularly mindful of their preferences. Windwheel aster. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into a powder to extract their essences. I then blended the scents from its petals and leaves. The result carries the intoxicating sweetness of mead, while still emphasizing the fresh notes contained within the flower's stems and leaves. I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail, and the cats seemed to really like it, while the clients themselves found it comforting and in extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients. That's what truly brings me joy.
Jam 11 sih paling beres. Langit cerah dan terang. Lihat atas raya lah.
It really is. A while earlier, I watched a whole run of fair weather clouds. In such conditions, one sense of smell is heightened. But not when scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient. It seems something similar is true for mixology. As long as you choose a base of appropriate strength when mixed properly, all the ingredients work as one to create a most wonderful... Yes, that's it! Now I think about it, layering distinct flavors doesn't really suit my personal preference. Just from our brief chat, you've already formulated
serius
a
aja
new...
sebenarnya.
Perhaps you possess a natural talent for this kind of creative work.
Si serpihan bunga. Tuan bebas. Wadah. Oh, di banyak intensitasnya. Oh, gimana? Wih, garam dan madu.
Here you go. A new and improved, Emily-inspired Lumidu's Twilight.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and... I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers, the windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborne Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt swirl together in the glass. Really? Perhaps it's just a habit of my profession. I'm glad you like it. Now it's time to slowly savor this masterpiece. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and once I've perfected the recipes. I hope you'll do me the honor of being the first customer to experience these new... Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the Court of Fontaine. Yeah.
Alina. Tak. Oh, gue kayaknya inget nih. Ini hint buat dirinya nggak sih? Nggak tahu. Kayak lagi joget di sana.
Yep.
Bagus masih berdiri. Hello. Kamu.
So you're looking after the drink stand now. If I'd known sooner, I would have stopped by this morning. I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfiddich has prepared. I don't have much of a choice. It's just one thing after another right now. First off, the Knights of Favonius annual combat assessment is coming up. As the captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. At the very least, I need to rank as one of the top 3 captains, and so I've been intensifying my training lately. Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. I'll have you know I've never once neglected my duties. Anyway, on top of all that, the General Affairs Company has invited a renowned champion duelist from the court of Fontaine to come here for a swordsmanship exchange. Since I'm one of the captains with the highest attendance rate when it comes to these things, and I'm fairly skilled with a claymore, I was chosen as a representative. I have to prepare thoroughly to make sure I'm a serious match for the champion duelist. And then after the exchange, I need to write at least 6 different reports based on the results. Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome.
Fine water. Hancurkan. Instruksi aja udah ini loh, garam dan mati. Aja nih bisa membuat orang
One
batal puasa.
twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Well then, I'll make sure to save. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How? Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks. Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight, so I'm free to catch up and... That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime flower fruit extract. It has a very unique smell. Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus lent me, The Blade Dancer, 20 years on, it says, after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite their defeated opponents to a banquet. To properly play host to Miss Clorand, I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who I had my doubts but Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, following it still shows I've made an effort to understand Fontaine's cultural Besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right? I'll treat Miss Clorand to this juice at our post-training banquet. If you want to know what I've been eating recently, I'd better start by mentioning the logistics company's latest revolution.
Produksi.
They launched a diet improvement initiative and started distributing a form of standardized canned food to knights operating in the wilderness. In the past, we only had dry rations. Every mealtime, we had to set up pots and campfires, roll dice to choose a cook, and take turns standing guard. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5 cans and 9 paper packages. We can heat the cans by the campfire, and then we're ready to eat. You did say, sounds like, right? Our canned food supplier has quite the stellar reputation, and their regular meals are indeed quite good. The problem is, in order to meet preservation standards, they have to make their military-grade meals way too salty. The vice captain of the 5th company, who has a somewhat dry sense of humor, went so far as to say, this food's bad enough to bring down the wrath of Liu as stove god. In any case, after eating it for a week, my taste buds have gone completely. You can hardly blame the logistics company. After all, it is hard to please everyone. Our feedback has already been submitted. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp by a dedicated company chef is still the best option. Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was difficult. A gang of outlaw engineers was messing about with some sort of mechanism control technology, attempting to manipulate ruin graders so they could rob merchant To make matters worse, several veteran knights who had been stationed at Dorman Port were transferred to my squad, and they weren't happy to be taking orders from that Lawrence girl. Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggle. Me? I'm completely fine. But thank you for your... It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did me. They won't be questioning my authority again anytime. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution.
Atau masih ada kan?
Oh my. To be honest, I'm eager to begin. Miss Cloran's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian newspapers from hundreds of years ago that a more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Cloran was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Assuming these rumors are true, or that Miss Cloran's abilities might even be more extraordinary than that, it's important that I'm prepared for anything. Incorporating elements of swordsmanship into a drink? Huh. Certainly a creative. I sure could do with an energy boost, but...
Yeah.
That definitely matches the description I... That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else in all of Tevat who could come up with such a... There's no need to make it sound so fancy. It's just an aristocratic variant of Favonius bladework, with a bit of personal flair. Firewater. In recent years, firewaters gained popularity the world over, following in the wake of prosperous Snezhnayan merchants. These days, almost every tavern has a signature drink that uses it as a base. You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine with firewater? As for the alcohol content, that's not a problem. Plenty of the expedition team may have drunk themselves senseless with firewater. Brilliant! I'm looking forward to seeing how you do.
Flower. Aduh. Oh, gak ada toleransi ya? Gak ada toleransi. Toleransinya gede ya. Oh, apa sih esensinya? Minuman dilempar apa? Gelas dilempar. Iya, saya. Ya kenyang. Pas sih bener. Kayak blue ocean sih. Ocean tidak. Jadi haus gua.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preference.
Oh my, what beautiful colors! And you even added my Romaritime flower fruit. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I need to think carefully. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drinks slowly. But I'm sorry, this is just too good to be true.
Oh, tagihan dia.
Can you mix me another? Ah. Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely... whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail... Oh, it's the best I've ever had. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. Don't worry about me. This is the happiest tipsy I've been in years. I'm still far from being drunk. By the time I've gone a few rounds with that Miss Chlorine and completed my reports, I'll have been on duty for 3 months straight.
Mendingan main ML ya sih kemarin. Baru awal season aja lah ya.
Jean, the acting grandmaster. Isn't it about time she gave me some time off?
Terus ya.
I I
I'm
won't be
freestyle.
forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You mark my words.
Eh. 3, 4. Nanti masih 3 lagi tuh, masih jauh. Nah, yang
Suspicion confirmed.
lawannya datang habis itu. Suspicious kok, ngapain?
While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look. If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt. Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace. And on that note, I'd like a caramel blaze. That look on your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask. Calm and effortless.
Kakao.
Your caramel blaze is ready.
Huh. It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma... It's quite strong. I'm all right. I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassica wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this. From a purely rational perspective, alcohol can cause dizziness and impair one's ability to work, so it's best avoided altogether. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties. In fact, according to my intelligence, the captain of the reconnaissance company, who I'm preparing to spar with, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. Her publicly available battle reports are truly a sight to behold. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines. I truly appreciate all the...
Kamu Fontaine yang lain, Emily.
Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her... Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sigewinne know that I'm not sure I'd... On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sigewinne praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual. She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram. Best to just let things take their natural
Kita
course.
nggak tahu diagram Venn, ayo. Baca MTK SMA sih. Wih,
Indeed it is. The knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too, but it hasn't been finished yet. You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mer, but I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits. When I'm working, I often drink coffee. But with meals, I prefer a lighter tasting since I eat a lot of meat. The slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the grease. After the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute. Of course, there was still room for improvement. When catering to tourists, the sticky honey roast and pile 'em up might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce. I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving. Perhaps because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training ground. Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee. Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains Marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. And for some reason, it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt's swords and...
Kayak bikin keris.
Of course, there is a solution to this. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Besar.
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I'd guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us.
Fire water.
All right. I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared, even if it's still a bit strong.
Oh, ternyata lebih. Nanti ada, ya habis ini beres dulu. Nanti ada event part 2 lah. Nggak tahu kapan, nanti siang, apa besok, apa jam sahur aja paling. Jadi 2 hari masih lama. Caramel. Agak lemes gua di sini. Gua bebas. Kecil banget. It's what time like.
All right, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning, a cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy.
Racun-racunnya di
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The color of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel glaze. But where does the leisure time part come in? I see. That certainly matches the impression. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories. Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake? Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself. I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. Thanks to you, whether I'm facing the powerful captain of the reconnaissance company or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius, I'll be in my best condition.
Tadi kita pakai lagu agak endang dikit.
Take me up!
Pilotnya
Add astra. Thank you for add astra. Let's run.
Ini dulu ya berarti. Wih. Konyet dan etanol.
Yeah.
Juga. Oh, regenerasi tuh. Itu kan. Nah, Epang, aku mau besok nih. Aku diusut. Dahulu kemarin ternyata menang video. Beta seri itu atuh banget tuh. Artefak aja. Jadi Union nih.
What did I tell you? You are, without a doubt, my best drinking buddy in all of Nogcry.
You're too kind, Mr. Varka. Truth is, though, I am but a dabbler.
Ah, traveler! What impeccable timing. Fancy a drink?
I believe something on the milder side would be suitable for you, Mr. Trap. As it happens, Mr. Dinyon is away on business. Allow me to prepare your drink in his stead. What'll it be then? Something sweet? Or perhaps with a little... nothing like a bit of indulgence after a busy day on the road. Sweet and creamy ought to hit just right.
Something sweet, huh? Hey, how about mixing in that juice we had last time?
In all our gatherings, Mr. Varka, I don't believe we have ever partaken in what one might call... You're referring to the bottle of Sakura sake imported from Inazuma, I presume. If I remember correctly, that tiny vial was the undoing of...
Sakura sake? That's odd. I don't recall it having much of a taste at all. But I remember those pickled Sakura...
Here you go. It may be nameless, but I'm confident it'll lift your spirit. Miss Paimon, allow me to present this freshly squeezed juice.
Wow, thank you.
Mr. Varka, have...
Oh, I get a serving too? What's this? The sobering up round after... This is... Oh, the taste of wolf hook. Where did you even get this? When?
Your longing for Mondstadt is quite evident, and I happen to have an eye for such subtleties. In any case, I trust that this fruit shall bring you some measure...
Not bad at all. Shame, though. Can't find anyone else to keep me company on marathon drinking sessions here in Notcry. That said, I don't think you've ever quite drunk your fill.
If you're referring to the experience of being utterly absorbed in exquisite wine, allowing one's thoughts vanishes without a trace. But while certain robust spirits may ignite a blaze, I can't say it's ever really made me...
Ha! That's only because the stuff we've got isn't strong enough. Like the fire water from Snezhnaya.
Of course. But it's been some time now, so my recollection has grown faint.
I'll get us a barrel one of these days.
I shall defer to your judgment, Mr. Varka. First, however, allow me to raise a toast to this most pleasant...
All right. Cheers!
Cheers!
Here's to a delightful evening.
Ada Yuminya, Cok. Ini ya. Chocolate special. Oh iya, stamina digunakan untuk memanjat dan berlari sebuah anggota party. Pas banget. Di atas dia.
So you can build them that big, huh? Amazing. It's just that... Oh, wow! Fancy meeting you here. Could this be my lucky day? Anywho, I'm here on vacation. After traveling around Sumeru with you, I've only gotten faster and better at making fireworks.
Route dari Sumeru.
Business has been slow lately since it's the off-season for fireworks. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a... The plan is to have tons of fun before summer arrives. When I return with my new ideas, I'm sure my efficiency can only go up. Huh? Oh, right, of course. I've already figured it out. I just forgot for a moment. Got kinda caught up in their meeting and all, you know. I've gotten all the ideas from this trip. Right now, I'm working on getting some small gifts for my family and neighbors. Look, I got some local dried fish for Dad and midsummer berry jam for Mom. They're both specialties from around here, right? Now, I haven't bought any gifts for the children yet, but I've heard there's an engineer named Aino around here. I heard she's super amazing. Word is that she built this cannon. I'm planning to pay her a visit and see if she can make some fun gadgets for the kids. I've also heard that she's a real free spirit, though. Won't take every commission, even if you offer her more. Should I bring something before visiting? I just don't know what she likes. So Aino's a kid? And her family members are machines she made herself while living alone in her workshop all the time? That's amazing! The kid next door would cry non-stop if left alone for just one night. By contrast, it seems like the people of Nausea Town already see Aino as a mature mechanic. But still, just how many nights did she have to spend all by herself before Nepha came into her life? Well, I can't change what happened before. But now that I'm here, I'm going to make sure she has a great time. Looks like it was the right choice to bring my tools with me. I'll head over to Nausea Town to borrow their crafting station and make her a beautiful gift. What should I make? Fireworks? Tumari? Or maybe a spinning top?
So ya,
You know
dengan
what? I'll make them all.
bakanya Jinyu Kuburi.
Fireworks to
Coba ke arah sana ada shrine. Kita ke sini nggak berarti kan? Ya enggak. Ada ini ya. Kita tunggu ada animasi. Selesai. Kita ke sini.
Many brave names echo! A moonlit night for all.
Cleanup sequence in the...
It's showtime! Attaboy!
Bring it!
Pak.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Oh, coming through! Bam! Catch me!
Apa sih? Besar. Pas ya. Ini. Tadi.
Take me up!
Masa masih awal-awal ya? Wait, Feti ah. Aku pengen Feti ya jadinya ya. Mana sih belum ya nanti ya? Oh Feti udah ya 6,4 ya. 6,2 maksudnya. Itu apa lah? Kita ke sudah dulu deh. Le misteri ya. Menarik nih. Desktop Victory. Buset, ada mana lagi cok? Unstuck. Unlock doang sih. Biasa main TWOI.
Yeah.
Bisa apa ya? Das banget deh. Oke, apa istirahat dulu deh. Gue istirahat. Terima kasih teman-teman Klepon Kliwon. Nanti kalau nggak kemana-mana, gue main nanti sore biometri lagi deh. Tapi paling sampai maksimal jam 5 aja. Terus gue mau keluar kan. Oke. Aja, makasih. Thanks for watching, sampai jumpa di live selanjutnya.